Thank you for joining us. A pesky critter has invaded Anoka County, leaving its mark on the ash trees.
We're of course talking about the emerald ash borer. The invasive beetle was recently discovered in an ash tree on private property in Ham Lake. The county is under emergency quarantine, and soon it'll be a formal quarantine. CTN's Jenny Yu explains what that means for residents.
Yes, we have a couple. It's a pair of ash trees that are roughly 20 to 21 years of age.
For Sheila Reynolds, the emerald ash borer's arrival means she'll have to keep a close eye on her favorite trees.
We would be very sad because I do admire this pair of ash trees. We bought them together.
This tree has likely been in Ham Lake for decades, but soon it'll have to come down after neighbors notice something odd.
The person who owned the property noticed that something was happening with the trees, contacted us, and we came and looked at it and were able to confirm it was emerald ash borer.
Mark Abrahamson is an entomologist for the Minnesota Department of Agriculture.
The larvae tunnel inside the tree and they'll eventually kill it.
He says Anoka County residents must be aware of how an emerald ash borer quarantine affects them.
So that means that there are regulations preventing people from moving things that could carry emerald ash borers. So that means ash wood, hardwood, firewood, which oftentimes will have ash wood mixed in with it.
And just because it looks healthy on the outside doesn't mean it does on the inside. Entomologists say it could take up to 4 years for visible damage.
If your tree is heavily infested, you'll notice impacts to the canopy. The canopy will look thin. You have woodpeckers that are attacking the tree. They like to eat the emerald ash borer larvae. You might also see the bark cracking open to reveal tunneling underneath the bark on the surface of the wood.
Since spring of 2011, the city of Coon Rapids has been taking preventative action by cutting down ash trees in poor condition.
It's encouraging to feel like perhaps, there has been a difference made here in Minnesota, and what we're doing is buying time for all the parts of the state that aren't infested yet and hopefully won't be for a long time.
In Anoka County, Jenny Yu, CTN News.
A formal quarantine will likely be in effect June 15th. Until then, the public can send their comments to the MDA. We have more information on our website at ctnstudios.com.